So I've noticed I start all my videos with so blah blah blah. Not likely to change that, because like feel no need to be very self-conscious about everything. It was just an observation. But wow, today's walk was really hard. Um, I actually didn't walk the last 2 days. I had planned for the one day because I knew um, today's Wednesday, and on um, Thursday or Thursday, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to walk on Monday because of a commitment in the morning and the weather forecast for the afternoon. And as it turned out, there ended up being another commitment as well on Tuesday morning. And so both yesterday and the day before in the morning, I just couldn't get out to walk while it was still cool. And later in the day, it was a heat index of over 100. So walk just wasn't happening. So I knew I absolutely had to walk today. And was a little apprehensive about it because I hadn't walked in 2 days. And even though I got my walk started at 8:30, it's going to be another 100+ degree day. And I could already feel the heat and humidity, and I was a little concerned about being able to do it after 2 days off and in the heat and humidity. So I was kind of psyching myself up before the walk and like, it's okay. What's important is that you do it, not that you do it in the same amount of time that you did it before, that you do it as fast. It's a matter of walking your minutes. So the way that I walk is I don't walk for distance, I walk for a certain amount of time. And then I have gradually over time added a little more time bit by bit until now I'm up to doing over 40-minute walks. When I first started, I could barely walk 10 feet across the floor, had to sit and rest a couple of times while taking a shower, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm up to this, but still I was concerned. So I just kept telling myself it'll be all right. Even if you don't do the full amount of time, because I have to do laps in the neighborhood today because I don't have access to my car. That's a whole nother story. That's just for a couple days. So I was like, even if you just do one lap, even if you do all of the laps, but you go at a slower pace or you can't, it's okay. What's important is that you show up and you do the best that you can, even if you have to go more slowly. So that's what I had prepared myself for, taking the pressure off of trying to perform at least as well as the last time I walked the neighborhood. So I started out and I felt it immediately. I felt like I was going a lot slower. Turns out it wasn't that I was going a lot slower. I was just feeling it as more of a challenge because of the heat. So I finished my first loop, and lo and behold, I was only about 20-30 seconds slower than I had been the previous time that I had done that loop. So I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then I was walking the second loop and thinking, okay, this one's definitely got to be slower because, man, I'm breathing a little more heavily than I normally do on my walk. And I'm dripping sweat everywhere. And it's hard, and I'm really feeling the challenge of walking and assuming I must be going a whole lot slower. And finished the second lap, and lo and behold, yeah, I was only 10 seconds or so slower than the first lap. So wow. And then I did my extra little bit to finish up my time, which wasn't a full lap, and that really hurt. um, and I got back, and yeah, I'm still huffing and puffing a little bit, starting to come down now, still dripping sweat because it's really hot and humid. But so pleasantly surprised that after 2 days off and in this heat and humidity, I was still able to not only get my walk in, but to do it at a similar pace to the last time I walked this particular area. And it hurt more. It was definitely took more effort, but that's okay. I was able to do it. And what's important is that I gave myself permission to not have to perform at a particular level. That if I went more slowly. It was okay if I wasn't able to walk the same amount of distance because I had to go more slowly. It was okay. And in the past, it would have totally psyched me out. I would have either not walked at all or cut my walk way, way back and been like, it's okay. I'll just do one lap. Um, and that thought went through my head on the first lap. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, well, if you maybe just do one lap today and that'll be okay. And then you can stop. And the problem with that is in the past when I've done that is I go back and okay, I'm just going to do the one lap. And then the next time I walk, I'm not back. I build off of what I just did the day before instead of where I was. And sometimes that might be okay. Like if I had finished the one lap and I was really struggling to breathe, getting so overheated that it was going to be a health issue, of course I would have stopped. But the difference is before I would have psyched myself out that like, oh, it's okay, I can't do it. Um, and this time it was like, just do what you can and see what happens. And it worked out. It worked out really well. Um, and so that's where I am today. I got my walk in. It was challenging, but I did it. And whew, now I'm going to go get in some air conditioning for a little bit. And until next time.